When my wife returned from her week-long work trip, I was relieved to see her safe and smiling. She looked tired but happy, carrying her suitcase into the house like she had just completed a marathon. I helped her unpack while she talked about meetings, dinners, and long hours. At first, nothing seemed unusual. I was simply glad she was home. Later that evening, as I sorted through the laundry, I noticed something odd on one of her dresses. There were faint white stains near the neckline and on the fabric. At first, I thought it was just food or spilled drink from a busy day. But as I looked closer, the marks seemed different. They weren't like coffee or wine. A strange uneasiness settled in my stomach. I told myself not to jump to conclusions. She had been traveling, eating out, maybe spilling things was normal. Still, I couldn't shake the suspicion. I quietly set that dress aside and continued with the rest of the clothes, trying to act like nothing was wrong. But my thoughts wouldn't let me rest that night. The next morning, while she was in the shower, I checked the dress again. The stains were still there, faint but noticeable. My mind played tricks on me. What if she wasn't just working during that trip? What if there was someone else? The idea hit me like a blow to the chest. I couldn't confront her without proof, but I couldn't ignore it either. That day, I decided to do something I never imagined I would. I took the dress to a lab for testing. I felt guilty, almost like I was betraying her by doubting her. But at the same time, I reminded myself that if I didn't confirm the truth, my doubts would eat me alive. The days waiting for the results were torture. I tried to act normal around her, smiling, asking about her work, listening to her stories. But deep inside, I was counting the hours, my heart heavy with fear. Every time she laughed or looked at me with affection, I wondered if I was being unfair, if I was about to destroy trust for no reason. When the results came back, I held the envelope in my trembling hands. I almost didn't want to open it. I told myself that if it confirmed my worst fear, my marriage would never be the same. And if it cleared her, then I was the one at fault for doubting her. Either way, it was a turning point. I sat alone in the car, ripped the envelope open, and read the report. The stains weren't from food, detergent, or anything harmless. They were organic traces, the kind that confirmed my fear. They weren't mine. My chest tightened, my throat dry. My suspicion had turned into undeniable truth. That night, I couldn't even look at her the same way. She smiled at me, talking about work deadlines and her next trip, but all I could see was betrayal written across her face. My hands shook as I tried to eat dinner. She noticed my silence and asked if something was wrong, but I just mumbled excuses. I didn't confront her right away. I needed to think, to breathe, to decide whether I wanted to hear her lies or the truth. I kept the report hidden in my drawer, staring at it every night, as if the words burned themselves deeper into my memory. Finally, one evening, I asked her directly, "Did anything happen on your work trip that you haven't told me?" She froze, her fork halfway to her mouth. Her eyes widened for a second, then she forced a smile. "What do you mean?" she asked. My heart sank. That reaction told me everything. I showed her the report. Her face went pale, her lips trembled, and she had no explanation left. She tried to deny, then she tried to cry, then she tried to blame me for not trusting her. But the evidence was clear. Trust was broken, shattered like glass, and no amount of words could repair it. That night, I slept in the guest room. She knocked on the door, begged me to listen, but my heart was too heavy to hear. I realized I had lost the woman I thought I knew, and she had lost the man who once trusted her without doubt. Now, as I sit here writing these thoughts, I know one thing: a marriage without trust is already gone. The stains weren't just on her clothes, they were on our relationship, permanent and unwashed. And no test result can change that truth.